Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. I'm here with your July forecasts. This will be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. You can also watch this if you're dealing with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And as always, keeping in mind these are general, so just take what resonates, disregard the rest, and make sure to watch all your signs. So what is coming up for you, Gemini, in the month of July 2019. I'm using the Astrology Answers Master Tarot deck. It's gorgeous. Okay, so far, intense energy here. We have the Fool, the World, Page of Swords, the Star, Three of Swords, and Eight of Cups with the Moon. At the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. Okay, so what I'm getting with Temperance is, for some of you, are creating a new reality for yourselves. Now that could be, because you also have the Fool, so for some I feel like this is study, whether that is, studying yourself, learning more about yourself, doing personality tests, or online courses, classes, going back to school. But you are trying to figure out the best way to manifest what you want to manifest, and I do feel like it's a new path for yourself. You might be doing two things at the same time while you're ready to jump into this new path for some, but you are getting ready to jump into a new path. We have the Fool in your current situation. So this can be absolutely taking a chance on a person, a situation, a place to live, a job, a career, a field of study. For some, you're just picking up and going, traveling, and that could be how you study things and how you understand things from different perspectives. But this is a brand new cycle that's trying to come into your life, okay? But you have to be open to it, all right? You have to embrace it, not just be like, yeah, okay, I don't know, but I'll see. You have to embrace it to give it a proper chance. The challenge is the world. So the challenge is what you know. In order to start completely different cycles, of course, you have to let go of what's familiar. Otherwise, it's not really change. You're just going from one thing to another, but it's the same thing ultimately, same situation. So that's why there's an element of taking a chance in the energy of the Fool, because you don't know. You don't know how things are going to turn up. You have to hope for the best and do your best. You don't know where this is going to take you. You don't know, you feel differently. You think differently. It's uncomfortable because it's different, because it's new. And as we're adjusting to it and getting our bearings, it will be uncomfortable. So the challenge is, will you leave the familiar to start this new path, or will you stay where you are and start over? Okay. And the foundation, we have the Star. So with the Fool in your current situation and the Star, you have the opportunity to start something that is a dream for you. You can make a dream come true, and you have to, I was going to say you can make a start of it, but you have to make a start of it. It comes out more strongly. You have to make a start of it in the month of July to make the most of this energy. Now, this can be a lifelong dream. This can be a childhood dream that's coming back to you in the energy of the Mercury retrograde. But you absolutely can start the path that will lead you down the path to your dream. Okay? And this could be, again, it can translate into a completely different love relationship, a completely different place to live, place to work, career, stuff you're studying, a way of being, okay, and within yourself. Love life, a new relationship. That is the dream relationship you've been looking for, okay? But again, you have to let go of the familiar and embrace the unknown in order to bring this about. It's crucial. I can't stress that enough. In the past, we have the Three of Swords, so where you've been, it's just not making you happy. It's just not fulfilling you. You're just not happy, okay? You don't feel comfortable. You don't feel safe. You don't feel happy. You don't feel fulfilled. The Three of Swords is compromising. It's settling, because we're afraid to take a chance. And this is where you've been. But with the Fool, in your current situation, this is saying, okay, but now you're ready to take a chance. If you wanted to, you could. All right, so it's stuff to consider. In your crowning thoughts, we have the Page of Swords. So you're assessing a new situation, the potential, trying to figure it out because it's brand new, okay? Pages are brand new energy. And you don't have a lot of information about it, which again goes back to the Fool energy, where you don't know everything, you don't see everything, you kind of have to go on faith from a certain point. And this is you trying to decide. But if you can see the Page of Swords, swords of reason, rational energy. And when we have the Fool in a reading, it's telling you that you have to trust your heart. You have to trust your instinct. You have to trust your intuition, okay, which does not live in the same place as your rational mind. So yes, it's okay to look at it and try to assess it reasonably, as not to be foolish, but do not disregard what your heart is telling you, because your heart will jump for joy when you think about this situation, when you think about this person, when you think about this opportunity, okay? In the outcome, we do have the Eight of Cups and the Moon, so going into the unknown, all right? So for some of you, I do feel like July is the start of something brand new for you. And you know what? It could just be where you make the decision and you're sure, okay? And that is what shifts the energy and starts you on your new path. Or it can be that you actually physically move away, leave a person, leave a situation, change a lifestyle. And with the Moon, you're like, I don't know, but I'm trusting my intuition. The Moon is full in both these cards. So it's like it's illuminating as much as it can, okay? We're still in kind of the energy of the night, so it's still a big unknown, but we do have the illumination coming from within, from our hearts, from our intuition, from our gut feelings. And we have like a couple steps at a time illuminated. But that still allows us to move on, to move forward. We don't have to see the full path. We don't have to see the finish line. We cannot see the finish line. It's a big new cycle. But we can see a few steps ahead, and that's enough to get us started if we want to, okay? Excuse me. So, let's see what else we're getting here. The Hangman. So you've been stuck and you've been settling in this being stuck situation with the Emperor because it was familiar, because you could control it, because you could see the whole of it, you know what I mean, because it made sense. In the foundation with the Star, we have the Queen of Swords. You've experienced loss, and it's made you start to think, what do I really want though? Does this really make me happy? Okay, so it's through the perspective of experiencing loss and disappointment and sadness that has made you think about what you really, really, truly want, and that has opened the door for this new opportunity to come in, if that makes sense. So the Knight of Wands with the Three of Swords, so going for things that are superficial, or by that I mean they made you happy then and there, but then it kind of went away, that happiness. So nothing that could be long term, all right? And you've been almost like trying to avoid making a very big change and kind of settling with happiness here and now, here and there. And now you're like, no, you know what? I want long-term stability, happiness. I don't want to have to settle, okay? With the Page of Swords, we have the Strength card. So you see and you feel and you know that you are strong enough to make this change, that you are strong enough to do whatever you want to do, to be on your own 2 feet, to be independent, to walk alone, to take a chance. And you're looking at things long term as opposed to here and now, which is the energy of the Knight of Wands. And that is a big shift within itself. Six of Wands with the Eight of Cups and the Moon. So yes, this is like one step at a time, but you're happy, you're victorious, you're feeling like you're in the right place, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's a new trip for you, a new journey. And again, for some that can translate into a physical trip or just metaphorical, spiritual, emotional, okay? For Swords, it's like you have been, the fact that you've been settling and going from one ephemeral thing to another, it's kept things like that, you know, like still. And now you're thinking, well, I don't want still. I don't want, because that has led to stagnation. I want to change. The Chariot, taking matters into your own hands. You're ready. You are more than ready. And this is what you want, okay, with the Chariot. You're ready for it. Justice in the foundation with the Star. It's time. It is time. It's meant to be. The stars are aligned just right for you to make this change, to make this move. Okay. 8 of Pentacles in the foundation. 8 of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands and the 3 of Swords, and you also had the Knight of Cups and the 4 of Cups with this. So that's a lot of cards in your past. But basically, this is looking for perfection or trying to work on it and make the most of a situation, giving it your best. But because it was the wrong situation, you could never get very far with it, okay? That's why you were stuck at that 8 of Pentacles energy. You couldn't get very far with it because it wasn't your situation, you know? It wasn't what was meant for you. So that's why you couldn't get very far with it. That's why there was a lot of trial and error with the 4 of Cups. That's why there was stagnation, unhappiness, unfulfillment, okay? Page of Swords, Strength card, Knight of Swords. So you see what's going on as far ahead as you need to. You feel confident, and this is you planning to take action with the Knight of Swords. And then in the outcome, new strategy, new plan. You can have whatever you want. 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. What do you want? What do you want? You can have it. 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Don't go back to what makes you unhappy. Don't go back to what is not fulfilling you. Okay, and this could be your old environment or people in your old environment that you're trying to leave behind, trying to put doubts in your head, you know, trying to tell you, hey, you're crazy, what are you doing? But they don't see what you see. They don't see what you see. And that's why there's the energy of the Fool here. You have to trust yourself, no one else. Listen to yourself, no one else. Very important. Okay, so this whole situation for some of you can translate into moving to a whole new place, maybe a new country. You're in a brand new community where you feel at home, you feel like you fit in. Okay, and maybe you've been trying to find that in your local environment, okay, let's say, or what you're familiar with, where you've been, but it just was never right because you were not supposed to be there. So that's why you never got along with the neighbors, and you never really quite felt at home there, and there was always stuff going on that made you feel uneasy or whatever, you know, or problems with the property or whatever the case may be, just as an example. Same situation if it's in a work sense, okay, because it's like you physically don't fit there anymore. Okay, and you're being given the opportunity to break free and start the path that is actually meant for you. So you're completely happy and fulfilled. You don't have to settle anymore. You don't have to go for second best, fifth best, you know what I mean? But you have to take a chance. Whatever this new path is that you're trying to create for yourself, whether it's a new relationship, a new family, new place to live, new job, new career, new study field, whatever, a new way of being altogether, personal transformation, whatever this is, it has to come from you, only you. You have to make up your mind, have no doubt in your heart or in your mind when you start on this path, and that's how you will be successful. That's the key. Okay, so that is your reading. Let me know how it applies to you, if it does, what's going on for you. But I hope the reading helps. Remember to watch all your signs, make the most of this month, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.